Hello, 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 everybody. Welcome to a special evening session, makeup session from tonight's earlier free readings. I had a lot of donations and I didn't get to a ton of the free readings. So I'm very grateful for that. It's not a bad thing because that's what supports me being able to continue to offer free readings. So I like to come back on and give back to my community. And so I come back on to do this. So I'll be completing the free readings that I didn't get to in the earlier session. I did get through some, but not a whole lot. So after this session, I will pin a comment listing the order in which by name of the how the readings were completed, and I think that's what I wanted to say. So there's no chat in here, so I'm not taking any new requests. This is just makeup. But I will be back tomorrow morning at 11 a.m. Mountain Time if you want to join me then. And of course, I offer personal readings and a variety of other things, all listed in the description box of the video. If you want to do that, appreciate all the thumbs up you give the video. If you're enjoying these free readings, it does tell me you're enjoying these and encourages me to continue them. So we will continue using this beautiful Sanctus Concordio tarot deck by Christopher Lee. He has been generous and offered a 10% off if anyone's interested in purchasing any. That link is also in the description box below for all my followers. So feel free to use that if you'd like. All right. So let's get in here. Let me just get comfy here and let's start here. We'll bring over our first reading that we were going to, we left off on was Infinity is One. So we completed your donation, but you had a general reading too. So we're doing that one. Thank you for that donation. And generally, what is coming towards you? Let's take a look here and see what Spirit wants you to know generally is coming towards you. And you've got the Emperor card here. We got this great energy with the Emperor. It is fire energy, it's Aries energy, which is this beginnings, this fire that's in your belly coming in here with the Emperor. The Emperor, they've got a lot of people that are blabbing in their ear about the supposed to be's, the should be's, the need to be's, and everything of life, of the kingdom. But the Emperor is like, you know what? Thank you guys for all your advice. Now you can step out of the throne room. I'm going to make the decisions about what I want in life and put form around it. Like, okay, this is what I want, but this is how I'm going to get there. And this is what I want to do, and putting action behind it. So I feel like there is this, what's coming towards you is this desire within you to really discover in your life what is it that I want, and no longer trying to, have your life be led in different directions because of what other people have wanted you to do, told you you're supposed to do, all that fun stuff. And I like that for you because there's this change of direction I feel like you take in your life, and you have a new excitement, a new passion, because it feels like you are, the emperor rules over all the kings. And so you're really stepping up into authority over your life. So I like that for you. Infinity is one. That's what they have for you. So many blessings. All right. And then number 72, or no, 72. What does your love life look like for the rest, for these next few months? Will you find someone? All right. Let's take a look here. What do they have here? Well, you do have movement in love over this next few months, but you've got a lot of thinking going on here. The Ace of Swords and the Six of Swords. Six of Swords is leaving behind old ways of thinking, moving into new ways of thinking, of course, which also formulates movement in the outside world. You've got the Ace of Swords here, which is about seeing things from a different perspective, gaining clarity around what you really want in your love life. And, what that means is that we get caught up in a lot of things in our life. As children, we're inundated with all our life through all these different directions of what's love supposed to be? What should it be? What does it need to be? What does it have to be? Got all these rules in our head, right? All these opinions that we took on, didn't know any better. We're children. We're like, sure, we'll take them all. But now you're realizing, well, wait a minute. Are these things I really want? If we have too many expectations, we're kind of making the pool too small where there's like one little fishy in there. And it's like, well, and it's not one you like. And it's like, well, all right, well, that doesn't help, with your search for love. So as we remove the expectations, all these rules that we've learned, that's what opens things up and gets things flowing. But there's definitely this nudge to review, what are your expectations, thoughts, and beliefs around love, relationships? Who are you supposed to be? Who are they supposed to be? How is it supposed to unfold? Blah, blah, blah. And then it's the getting clarity over that. And the more you look at it, the more those expectations fall away, the bigger the pool becomes. It's not really the pool because it opens your mind and your heart to receive this relationship that's meant for you. Otherwise, we're delaying it and drawing it out because our energy isn't matching that yet. So hopefully that helps. No 72. There definitely is possibilities of someone coming in the next few months, but it does take a lot of releasing of this expectations and the old stuff. All right. All right. And that's what they have for you. So many blessings. And then Grace 1111. You want to know who's coming towards you. Let's take a look here. What does Spirit want you to know? And if you ask that, I know a lot of people ask this question, but if you asked that earlier, I did complete it, all the readings from earlier in the day. So be sure to check that out. Okay. Well, and then you have the 10 of Pentacles coming in here. So the 10 of Pentacles is one of my relationship cards. And you can see here, let's see if I can get it to focus here steadily here. So you can kind of see there's the children and the dog and the marriage, and you have the home and the pentacles and all the completeness. So it is saying that there is this opportunity, for this love of your life that is headed your way here, your life partner, someone who makes it, your life feel full and overflowing, here. So this definitely is coming towards you. And it is this, um, no, it feels like this is a fated meeting. Like this is a relationship that you asked to have. You agreed with someone to have it when you came down here, but there's not a fated date and time and moment that we meet. Um, there's like a range. There's an earlier and there's a later. And depending on how much we raise our love vibration is what brings in them sooner. And also they have to, of course, be raising their love vibration to bring it in sooner. Otherwise, there's just this wide range of, that you can meet them and be with them, but it all depends on the raising of your love vibration. So it's a matching vibration to where you guys are drawing each other in, if that makes sense. So I like it for you, Grace. It is there. I like it. And again, if you did ask that question earlier, be sure to check the first session out, because I did complete that too. All right. So many blessings. All right. Soul searching vibe. You are up next. So who is manifesting you subconsciously? Let's take a look here. All right. So your next heartbreak. No, I'm just kidding. That's just a joke. I get in a little punchy. I've done a lot of readings today. Spirit. I think I'm coming a little drunk on spirit. And I think I had that happen last night too, because I've been on like 5, 6 different times today, channeling spirit, and I love it. But that's not what this is. The who's manifesting you subconsciously is not your next heartbreak, but someone who has been through multiple heartbreaks. And I like this because it's not someone who's wounded still. It's someone who has been able to face and let go of of the blame and all the angst and all of this lower vibrational energies. They learned a lot through these mirrors and through these experiences. And I like this because, if we met the love of our life right off the bat, we wouldn't appreciate them as much, um, as having met them after we've met all these other things of who they weren't, right? They're like, "Wow, I appreciate you so much because you're not them." And that's what I feel is coming in here, is really a little bit for both of you, but I feel like they have been through so much that they're so appreciative of you, of the things that you do, and you're like, "That you're why are you so grateful for that? That's just a given." And they're like, "You think it's a given, but no, it's not." And I like that for you. So someone who's very appreciative of who you are because they've experienced a lot of who you are not, and they're very grateful. So I like that. All right, so that's what they have for you, soul searching vibes. So many blessings. And then smooth life. Is there any lesson you have to learn in your connection with the Leo? All right. Yeah, there's everyone's always a mirror. We don't have someone usually when we don't. So let's see what that is here. Yeah, you got the 5 of Cups. And one of the big lessons that they're teaching you, and I kind of feel like this Leo is teaching you through experience, like, you are seeing them go through a lot of this, and they're being a great mirror for you in learning because the 5 of Cups is usually someone who's focusing, on lower vibrational the spilt cups, the lower vibrational experiences and emotions that they've had, and you're like, "Wow," you know, you're seeing how they focus more on that, and then, this transformation that you see them go through, and that they can also choose to see things from a higher perspective. And I feel like they give you, not that they're bipolar or anything, but they give you these extremities, and they're up and they're down and they're up and they're down. It almost sounds bipolar, but it's just like they are this lion flaming energy. They can be fiery and they can be calm, and they're showing you this vast difference of emotion and about emotional choice, and they're teaching you that, wow, there is 2 choices in each moment, either lower vibration, higher vibration, and we get to choose what we wanna feel, and we can choose differently. And I feel like this Leo, kinda goes against the grain in some ways too, like, they will not, um, uh, go along with, like, "Well, you're supposed to be upset with that," and like, "No, I'm gonna laugh about that," and you're like, "Okay, wow, what?" And you're seeing that they go against the grain of the supposed to of emotions, and you're like, "Wow, that means I can choose what I want too." And I feel like this is a good lesson they're teaching you about emotion. So I like that for you, Smooth Life, and that's what they have for you right now. And then angel blessings, you are up. So personality traits of your next long-term partner. Let's see, what does Spirit want to give you here? All right. I'm gonna give you this one here. All right. So you've got the 4 of Swords. So personality trait is someone with peace of mind, very balanced mental stability. Yay! We're not getting one of those crazy people again. That's not politically appropriate, but you know what I mean. Someone's like, wow, this person that you're having, very clear mind, very clear, stable, intelligent. They don't have a whole lot of they're not easily brought into fear mode. They're very calm under pressure. They've got this smoothness. They've got an open mind. They faced a lot of their fears and did a lot of inner work, so they're very self-aware. And I like this with them here too. So very just not that they're like this logical, like woo woo woo, and no emotions. Just the mind. You just realize that, like, wow, what a calm demeanor. Just very very zen. Where you're like, wow, it doesn't things don't ruffle you, and it's a good source of um, just mental stability, which I like for you. And that's what they have right now. That's one little tidbit they have for you, angel blessings. So many blessings to you. All right, we'll continue down the list. We've got Cutie. You want to love reading. And if you asked one earlier today, I did complete that in the earlier session too. So if you want additional information, be sure to check that out. Let's see, you've got the Judgment card. So you've got your higher self here calling you to this higher place. And regarding love, it's like they're wanting you to see things from this higher perspective. And there is this draw that comes in with the Judgment card because when it comes to love and our higher self is going, I want you to spend some time with me. I want you to spend some time connecting to the higher realms. It's because the more we spend time with spirit and the higher realm, the more we experience the unconditional, eternal love of the higher realms, which allows us this beautiful fullness and wholeness. This is the love we're truly looking for. The outside world can't give us the love we're looking for. And so, as we continue to try to find unconditional love in the conditional world, it falls short. It's lacking. It's not unconditional. And so, eventually, we grow tired of it, bored with it, and we turn inward and upward. And we're like, ah, there it is. And then we fill up and we don't stop wanting love in the outside world. We just, it transforms. We fill up with this love on the inside, and then the love they give us is above and beyond. So the world of the outside changes from a lacking love to an above and beyond love, an extra love. And that happens there. And I feel like right now, cutie, that's what they're drawing you in, is into this higher vibrational love from above with that. Yeah. And you get the strength card, your human self communicating with your higher self. And it's worth it for you. You got the Wheel of Fortune, so it's worth doing that because ultimately it changes your whole perspective of love in the outside world. So that's what they got to there for you, cutie. So many blessings to you. All right, just refreshing the cards there. Let me take a quick sip here. Been talking all day. All right. So, Lynx Lee, you are up next, and you want to know Leo's higher self guidance message for you. Also, for you, if you asked that earlier today, I did answer that question. And so you can check your earlier session to get some additional details on their answer. We'll see if they have anything else here, what else they want. We got the Queen of Cups. Queen of Cups not only rules over the emotions, but all the queens are given a second portion. So she's the master of emotion. She's a lot like the high priestess. And it's like spirit is giving you this message, into addition to whatever they gave you before on this. But it's, stepping back, connecting higher to the higher realms, going behind the veil, diving deep into the emotions. It's very much like the high priestess. It's a time of finding self-love and turning inward and upward. You even got the hanged man on the bottom, which is about cocooning and a pause and taking time for your transformation, seeing things from that higher perspective of higher love coming in here too. So it definitely is this time, this message spirit has for you, like that Leo higher self is like, hey boo, it's time to turn to you, inward and upward, finding this beautiful connection, diving deep into your emotions. What can you transform in your emotions? I feel the Leo. I don't know. I can't remember what the other there. It was a quite a significant reading. I felt like around it, but it just felt like the Leo. You've been very patient, and I think it was that Leo that they were like, you know, it's time. You have a counterpart out there with the King of Cups waiting for you, but the Leo isn't it. And so there's someone that's your divine counterpart, someone that's like you, someone that has this commonality, this big commonality of those emotions there. And I just feel like that's their guidance message for you is like, it's time for this release, it's time for this, letting go kind of energy, if that makes sense. Right. So that's what they got for you there. But you got that King of Cups out there. It's a beautiful balance between heart and mind. So, all right. And then a new three, you are up. Anything about your future spouse? Let's take a look here and see. And if you and I, if you again, I feel like there's several people that asked maybe messages from earlier this morning. I did complete them all. And if you go back to the original video, or if you go to the lives, you'll see the special session. If your name's not listed in there, then I did complete it in the morning session, because I do, like in this one, I will put a link list. But if you're just going, no, I'm just gathering a list of things about my future spouse, that's totally cool too. But I want to make sure you know that there's additional information in the morning session if you did ask it there as well. So I got the Four of Swords. Here's another beautiful someone who was just asking a moment ago about their spouse, and we got the same card, the four. I hope it's not the same person. I'm just kidding. It's not. This is someone with a balanced mind. It's peace of mind, and they have overcome a lot of their fears. And like this other person, it's that kind of energy of very calm under pressure, very smooth thinking, like I was saying, very zen-like, where they've got this um, way of looking at things, seeing things from a higher perspective, open-mindedness, hearing other people's viewpoints. They're not easily rattled. They don't get defensive very easily at all because they've overcome these things because they've experienced them when they were younger and just had so much that it's become a strength of theirs. So I like this for you, Nusri. It's a beautiful, um, beautiful energy. All right, and that's what they have for you. So many blessings. And then Goldie, you are up next. You wanted a message from your shadow self. Ooh. All right, let's see. What does your shadow self? A card came flying out. Spooky. I like it because you get a message about your higher self. So your shadow self is saying, hey, your higher self is drawing you into this maze, into this invitation to discover what your capital T truth is about what you want out of life. Who do you want to be in this life? How do you want things to unfold and be there as well? So I like this for you because there's a lot of truth, capital T truth, seeing things from this higher perspective that brings super clarity in your life. Excuse me, it's like discovering the dream of you, like who do I want to be? Getting out of your mind, getting out of the small T truths, getting out of the fears, seeing this possibilities of the world, and they're drawing you into this higher knowledge and higher awareness. So your shadow self is going, yeah, that's I'm they want to do that because that's going to help you transform these things within me. With your shadow self. It allows they're like it's like the devil card energy. The devil card isn't like our enemy. They're like, I'm bringing things up for you to see the cage that you've put yourself in. There are all these beliefs that we've gathered over our lifetime that are untrue. And, they want you to see the capital T truths so you can see what the small T truths are, its opposite, and you can transform those into higher knowledge and wisdom. So I love this for you, Goldie. It's a great invitation for your higher self to really contemplate, connect to these truths rooted in unconditional love so that you can transform these small T truths rooted in fear into that higher knowledge. So I like it. And that's what they got for you. So many blessings, Goldie. And then Pinky, you are up next, and you want the February month for you. This also feels like something I know a lot of people are asking it anyway, but if you did ask it earlier today, just make sure to check out this morning's video. I did complete all morning sessions. And let's see here. What else would they want you to know about February? All right. It is a month of love. It's Valentine's Day month, right? But it is a month of love and a heightened love. So February does bring you to this place of realizing what love means, and I do feel like you have a lot of opportunities that are filling you up. You filling your heart up, and you just feel this overflowingness of love in the month of February. It does start with the Nine of Cups, which is the Hermit's journey, stepping inward, upward. You're finding your self love. You're becoming the chalice, the Holy Grail. You're allowing that spiritual, eternal, unconditional love to drop down, fill you up, and overflows out. And then it overflows out to the world. And then there's this abundance of sparking other love of other people around you. And you just feel like this joy that's overflowing in February. So I like this for you, Pinky. Fullness of love in a lot of different ways. It could be best friends. If you're looking for a romance, again, but it starts with your self love first, expanding that because you can't love others more than to the extent you love yourself, nor receive love more than you love yourself. So if you expand your self love, it opens up that um, like pipeline of being able to give that and receive love in great ways as well. So I like that for you, Pinky. So many blessings to you. And then Mizrak Bayin, you'd like a general reading. And again, if you asked for you might be asking for general readings in a lot of the sessions, but I am completing them. So if you just make sure you also listen to those to get other messages as well. So the general message here has to do with heartbreak and the understanding of it. Not that heartbreak is on its way. This is just a message from Spirit to clarify that our heart can never truly be broken. I know what. What does it feel that way then? Sometimes. Well, what Spirit shows us. First of all, our heart is so powerful; it can never be broken. Our true heart. We come down here to experience in humanity what it might feel like to have our heart broken. But when you realize that when we're frightened, when someone jumps out and scares you, like your brother or sibling, "Wah," and you're like, "Ugh," and you have that prick in your heart of like, oh my God. And then it's like, oh God, give me a heart attack. We say heart attack, but you're giving me heartache, heartbreak feeling. It's the prick in our heart in that moment. But then we see it's them, we're all stupid, and then we don't it goes away because the fear has been relieved. Well, heartbreak comes in a lot around emotional monsters, right? Emotional fears. And why that doesn't go away right away is like when someone does something and we're defining inside that that means I'm unlovable, this fear I'm unlovable or I'm not going to find love again or whatever the fear is, it ignites. And because the thought and the emotion is there, it loops, it keeps going in circles because it's not being resolved. But then we do get distracted with something, the heartache goes away, right? The heartbreak goes away. And then when we remember, oh, that's right, I'm heartbroken, the fear starts again, and so we have this perpetualness until we resolve that fear, and then we don't feel that. So we realize my heart isn't broken. I'm just feeling fear. And when we get to resolve those fears, then we don't have to feel that heartbreak over and over again. Till the next thing that happens that brings up the trigger for us, fear, and then we look at the fear and we realize, oh, that's what that prick in my heart is. I'm not heartbroken. It's just a flag inside of me saying there's some fear here you can look at. And we calm ourselves down and we can look at it and it transforms. So that's the message they have for you right now, Ms. Reich. A very big realization that comes in. It's very empowering. So that's what they have. Many blessings to you. All right. And then just blessings. Um, you mentioned I missed your super chat earlier. I did complete 2 super chats in the session. So I'm wondering, because it came later, I wonder if the super chat didn't register and you ended it later. But if I truly missed a super chat, please let me know. I don't think I ended up missing it because I looked through the chat. I went back to the previous. Um, I looked in this session and I didn't see a super chat there at all. And I went and looked at a report and I didn't see anything before the one I talked about general love reading, and then on the bottom, the last one was I think it was Scorpios, blocks, and something or others. So those were the 2 that I saw that I did do because I even had little hearts that I put on them. So if there was a different one, I didn't get it. But here's your general reading. So we do want to cover this one, which you want to know, do we see any changes coming up in love or where you'll be living? So let's take a look here and see. We did the general love reading. So I'm going to focus in on changes coming up on where you're living. Okay. Well, you end up being a love reading anyway. Well, the 2 of Cups, because I did focus on where you're living, there's an emotional choice. The 2 of Cups, in addition to being relationships and blah, 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 and blah, 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 and blah, 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 all about love, it also is about emotional choice. It's the 2 cups that you can choose from. And I like this because they're saying that um, where you live is not fated with this. With your life purpose right now, with your energies. You can choose where you want to live, and it's an emotional choice. You get to choose how you feel about where you live. And if you don't like where you live, they're like, you can make a choice to move somewhere else, or, home is where the heart is. And so if it's like, why do you feel like you want to be somewhere else? What do you feel? Do you have a desire, a dream to be in a different location? Then they're like, do it. You have a choice of where you want to live and what you want to do. So you don't have to hold back on it, right? And I like it for you because you can move. Yeah. You've got the Four of Pentacles on the bottom, which is home. It's the home card. So it is this choice of home where you can live and where you want to be, how you want to like in the physical world where it is, but that it is the home card too, the capital H home of home is where your heart is, so follow your heart. And that's such an important place for us to be is somewhere where we're loving being. And if we're like, well, I feel like I should be there or I need to be there, that's of the mind. What does the heart say? Where does your heart want to be? Follow that. So I like that for you, Just Blessings. And again, thank you for your multiple donations. I greatly appreciate you there. And yeah, if you have a super chat that went through that I didn't do, please let me know because we want to investigate that because we don't want you paying for something that I'm not seeing and YouTube makes enough money, right? Oops, sorry, YouTube, just kidding. All right. So many blessings to you, my dear. Then up next, we got Pramia. Hello, hello. You'd like a general reading for this week? Absolutely. We'll take a look here. And if you did ask that this morning, I'm not sure if that sounds familiar, a little familiar. I did complete them. And even yesterday's, if it was yesterday, I completed all free readings. I even went it back on in the evening. So just make sure to check out those sessions. All right. So you do have the Six of Swords coming in here, which is movement of thought and belief and mindset that's happening here. So next week is this definitely a change of mindset. You're leaving some old ways of anything like of some fears, some old ways of believing that are rooted in fear, and you're moving forward. You're seeing things from a different perspective, and it's moving you forward because you're having change of mindset. It's flowing out into the outside world, and there's this movement happening in the outside world. So there is definitely progress, clarity coming in, and smooth movement here as well. So I like this here. And if you have an idea of, I would like to go travel overseas, Six of Swords supports that with that energy. And you're like, wow, maybe I'll plan a vacation. But I like that for you. It's a very mentally um, empowering week because you're able to leave things behind and open-mindedness with all that too. All right, so that's what they got. So many blessings to you. And then Shri Anu, hello, hello. You want to know how will your destined partner be? And this sounds a little familiar too, maybe. Um, I know I recognize your name. So if you did ask another day, the last yesterday or today, I did complete that. So go back and check out your reading for more information if you did ask that question already in another session. But I did complete all free readings the last 2 days. I know what was going on. So you do have the Three of Wands. Something additionally they want you to know. So this person is going to be different than someone that you would have planned to be with. The Three of Wands is about a change of direction, a change, a clarity of mind. So it's going to be someone that, normally this is like what I'm like I've believed all my life. This is my type. This is who I want to marry. This is who I want to be with, blah, 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 blah. But they are totally different. They're off ramped to and they're different from anyone that you would have thought before. And I like this because it shows that you are open-minded through it all. And the more you open your mind and you clear away the expectations, the faster that they can come in. Because if you're stubborn and going, nope, it has to be this fine road, and they're over here, it takes time for the road to be bent by spirit for you to get there. But if you're like, whoop, I'm taking this off ramp and I'm going to go this way. Oh, there they are. You'll meet them faster and sooner than you would if you stay stubborn. So that's what they have for you, Shri Anu. So many blessings to you. All right. Then we got KVH. Hello, hello. I hope you are well as well. And you want to ask, what's Colin in love? Let's see, can you ask, what's Colin in love for you, please? So, is Colin in love with you? Or why is he? Spirit knows what you're asking. We'll pull a card here. Make sure you get two. So let's take a look here. All right. Well, you got a lot of movement here. You've got the Chariot and the Knight of Wands. Knight of Wands is the fastest moving knight. There's a lot of passion here. So I wouldn't say with the Knight of Wands, this piece of it isn't love. This is desire. This is passion. There's this energetic um, and physical attraction. So it's that desire, not love, but desire, which is good. We want that. We don't only want that, right? I know we want them to love us, but we want them to desire us too. And so, they do have that desire there with that card. The Chariot is the power of choice. It is Cancer sign energy, which is a lot of water and emotion. So there is this, but I feel like this is where they're undecided. And not that they're undecided, but they're going back and forth. And they've got the passion, they want to express that. But the Chariot card does show that I just feel this tentativeness that's there, and it's not about you. And I want to make that clear that it's like, well, I don't know if I like you or not. I don't know. It's They're like, I have this attraction for you. I do have this emotion for you, but they have this fear of being vulnerable, this fear of showing their heart because we learn it the hard way. We go, here's my heart, and someone grabs it, sticks toothpicks in it, throws it on a barbecue, throws it on the ground, the dirt, stomps on it, and then goes, here you go. And they have it back, and they're like, I'm never giving anyone this that quick ever again. So they're very tentative about offering their heart. They're willing to give their passion, but the heart comes slowly, right? We have to prove that we're trustworthy, that if they give us their heart, we're not going to, throw it in the oven and make a souffle out of it or something, right? So that's what's coming in there, KBH. Hopefully that answers your question there. So many blessings to you. And then Shloka Sancher, hello, hello. You want to know, P wants to reconcile and start a new cycle. What do I do? Well, let's take a look here and see Spirit's advice for you here. Let me just give these a shuffle. We're going to ask them, because Spirit doesn't have like a supposed to or should or need to. There's just different choices with different experiences. And so let's ask, if you do say yes to a new cycle, what energy does that bring in for you? Okay, that's that one. And then if you say no to this new cycle, what does that bring you energetically? All right. So let's take a look here. Okay. Okay. So it looks like here, I mean, if you say yes to this new cycle, you get this tower card, which is it's going to end up ending abruptly again. Because I feel like they want to reconcile and they said they've changed, but they haven't. Because you've got also the Three of Swords, which is disappointment and heartbreak, which is, it's like if you do, it ends up ending, and if you don't, yeah, you're disappointed. But I feel in the long run, they there's like this, you realize that they haven't changed, because if you don't start this new cycle with them, um there's this you're, like you said, you feel like you've missed an opportunity, the what if, the what if, the what if. But I feel like knowing this new information here, you're realizing that if you do, you would just end up in the exact same situation anyway. I feel like you get confirmation of it, because if they have changed, when you say, "Well, I don't know," and I feel like, um, one is saying yes, the second is, "Well, you need to show me that you've changed first," right? Uh, and that's where I feel this disappointment comes in because you're like, "You know what? I'm not just gonna open my door," and the vampire says, "You know what? I'm not thirsty for blood anymore." And you're like, okay, well, I'm not inviting you into my house, but we can go out, you can date me, you can show me that you've changed consistently over a month, 2 months, 3 months. Like, put it a period of time where it's not someone that can fake it for a little bit and then, here they come and they grab you, for more blood. Because that's what I feel happens here. I feel like it's like, don't say yes to the new cycle because that's just going to end up in the tower destruction again. Um, but I really feel Spirit is saying, say, well, you want to start a new cycle, but we're not going to go back to where we went, and you don't get this advanced access. We're starting over, and you got to date me. You got to show me that you've changed consistently. And if they're like, well, no, I don't want to do that, then there's your answer, right? I feel like that's where the disappointment comes in. So hopefully that makes sense, Shloka. But I that's your reading. I was gonna say, but if you want to give them a chance, so that it's better to have what to tried and failed than not tried at all, right? If you don't ever wonder, then at least give them. If they agree to that 30 days, 60 days, 90 days, show 'em, I just want you to I just feel unsure, but I want to give us a try, but I don't want to just jump into things. I want us to start dating again. Is this something that you I think is okay? And if they're like, no, blah, 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 then you're like, well, there's your answer. Okay. All right. So that's what they have for you. So hang in there, my dear. All right. And Mezzi, BP, you are up next. Hello, hello. Anything coming your way with work or love in the next couple weeks? Let's take a look here. What do we have coming in here? All right. Wow, you got a lot of beautiful cards coming in here. I mean, you've got the Sun card, which is joy, celebration, brightness, one of the most victorious cards coming in here regarding work. So there is some brightness coming in here. Uh, this like I said, is one of the most successful cards. So bright light shining into your work life coming in there. So I like that. And then with love for the next couple weeks, you've got the Four of Swords and you've got the Chariot card. Love takes a little bit more effort. I feel like the Sun card, you kind of feel like you're blessed in work. It just unfolds. But I feel like with love, the Four of Swords is about peace of mind, but it's about looking at your expectations and thoughts and beliefs and mindsets around love that helps clear things up, allows um, more expansiveness. It's like letting a lot of the expectations go. Expectations equal disappointment. And it also allows us to realize we have a lot of beliefs around what love should be, supposed to be, need to be, have to be. It's exhausting. It sucks the life out of a relationship. And this chariot is your power of choice that comes in here that allows you to look at it and go, I get to choose what story I put to anything, what emotion I feel, what energy I put forward, what physical action. And it's like, instead of being caught up in the old ways of, well, this is the way that I've been raised, it's supposed to be who I'm supposed to be, who they're supposed to be, all those roles. This is, I get to choose. And this is with love, it's important for you to let go of a lot of these restrictions, these expectations that have boxed in your heart, that your heart can't move, doesn't feel free. And it's very difficult for it to find love that way. The heart needs to be free to allow it to love who it wants to love and have that direction. But all these rules of the mind, everything we've been giving is what, suppresses it. So good things with work, love just needs to have taking some time to let go of these expectations and restrictions the mind has put around love, allow more free love coming in. Trusting spirit, creator, they're going to bring in the perfect person in the perfect way in the perfect timing. That allows trust and release and letting go of that stuff, if that makes sense. So that's what's coming in, Mezzy BP. So many blessings to you. Let me see how much we got left here. All right. And Alexis. So hopefully you found your other reading. If not, let me know and I'll help you find it from earlier today. It was in the makeup session that we completed it. And you wanted a general reading in this one. So let's take a look here and see, what does Spirit want you to know right now, Alexis? All right. Got the Ace of Wands coming in. So I like this. Stepping into your power. New passion coming in for life. And I feel like there's this new kind of a second wind, or this um, lightning bolt strikes your heart like Frankenstein. You're alive. You're alive. I like this energy because it is stepping into your power, realizing whatever you focus on is what grows and expands. Like attracts like. And if we focus on what we're grateful for, focusing on unconditional love and joy and laughter and peace, you draw in beautiful things that match that energy. And it makes us realize that we are taught as humans, focus on your fears, focus on what you hate, focus on what you feel is missing. When we do that, we invite more of it in. There's a great analogy Spirit gives around like a little kid going into a donut shop and has the glass case with all the donuts, and they start pointing at all the donuts they hate. The baker loads up the dozen of those donuts that they hate, and they go, here you go. And they're like, why are you giving me this? And they're like, well, that's what you pointed at. And the baker says, if you don't like those donuts, what you need to do, point out what you love, and I'll give you dozens of those instead. So it's a great analogy that teaches us, we point at what we love and what we want, we draw it in. If we point at what we don't like, what we don't want, what we feel is missing, we get more of that instead. So I love this energy of stepping into your power, realizing that you are the one that draws in things into your life, and but you have the power to stop drawing things in that you don't want and start drawing in things that you do. So I love that for you, Alexis. So many blessings to you. That's what they have for you. And then Johanna Jurdison. Hello, hello. So you feel like you might be have been getting a lot of downloads lately, sudden knowings. I love it. Is that it, or is it just my brain doing stuff? If you don't, oh yeah, we will get to you today. So let's take a look here and see what Spirit has. Let me just give these a shuffle and see, what does Spirit, is this downloads? All right. Yeah, you've got two major arcana coming in here. And you got the Chariot and the Wheel of Fortune. So two victory, two positive cards coming in here. The Wheel of Fate is turning with the Wheel of Fortune, bringing in those things that you are needing for your life. And the Chariot card is this great energy here, because the Chariot shows that so much of what happens in your life has to do with the energy that you're choosing. And because you have been choosing this higher vibrational connection, you're focusing on unconditional love and joy and peace and laughter and the higher things of spirit, you're getting the reward. It's, you're drawing those in, your vibration is matching, so you are getting downloads, you are getting information coming in here because you're choosing with your the story with your mind what you're wanting. It's higher vibration. The emotions you're choosing are higher vibration. The energy that you're putting forward is higher vibration, which is a big piece of what's igniting these downloads. And also physical action in the world. You've been doing so much of focusing on that life is happening for you, that it draws in more things for you here too. So I definitely love that energy coming in here for you. Yeah. So that is confirming that it's not your brain doing stuff. It's well, it's your brain is part of the download. It's um, um, we receive downloads through our energy, through our emotional energy, through our heart, and then it dispenses throughout our body into our chakras, into our cells of our body, and into brain. The knowledge for us to apply as the human is an important piece of it too. So it does make its way through the emotions up into our cerebral brain too. So your brain is doing some stuff, but it's all a result of the download. So I'm excited for you, Johanna. Boom, boom, boom. You've been doing the work. You definitely have. So you get the reward. I like it. All right, my dear, that's what they have for you. So many blessings. And then VD Jalan, you are up. Hello, hello. So what should you do to get better with your creative skills? All right, let's take a look here. See what Spirit has here. I love it. And you get the 10 of Wands too. With the Page of Wands, yeah, these are perfect here for you. So you've got the High Priestess coming in first. Maybe. She's the High Priestess there. There she is. So you got the High Priestess coming in. You have the 10 of Wands and the Page of Wands too. This is all about where you're investing your energy and how you're investing your energy. Creativity, the creator of all things, of course, is the master creator, right? That's where creativity comes from, this beautiful mind of mother and father of all things. When we are connected to spirit with the high priestess here, we have extra connection to that creativity. When we're in fear, it's too noisy, right? When we have this 10 of Wands where there's so much energy going in so many directions, and we might have some anxiety, some fear, it's so noisy that we're not connected to the higher realms. We're not connected to spirit because we're in survival mode. And the little 2-year-old and its pet cat that our body reverts to when it feels unsafe or out of control doesn't want anything to do with creativity. It wants survival. It's like all about that. So when we get a hold of our energy, the 10 of Wands is taking a big deep breath, really focusing on what energy we're focusing on. Where are we pointing our magic wand? Are we focusing on the fears, what we feel is missing, what we feel is going wrong in our life, what we hate? That's the lower vibrational. That's noisy. That's not creativity. When we start focusing in on unconditional love and gratitude and the higher things, then that's when we're connected to the creative mind, and that's where creativity comes through. So the more you connect with spirit, the more that they will share things with you, and they don't meddle in your life either. It's we give them a honey-do list before we come down here of what we want to experience, and they're always working on that. But they honor our free will, and they're behind us waiting, going, ready for your beck and call of going, hey, of my own free will, can you guys show me some creative ways? So you can ask them, show me some creativity. Can you bring it in, and they'll put it into your mind, bring it into your physical world, bring it through emotionally, whatever it is, they will bring and answer you and show you creativity. So that's a big way to spark the creativity. It helps you get out of fear, helps you connect to spirit, and you have this access to this beautiful, endless creative mind that will bring you beautiful new ideas. Okay. So that's what's coming in for you, VD. Many blessings to you. Right. And then Great Quartz, you are up next. So Great Quartz, any messages from God? All right, let's take a look here and see what they have here for you. What does the Creator have for you here? All right. So you have the Page of Swords coming in here. In this Page of Swords, they represent a gift from the Creator. Let's see if I can get it to focus here. Come on, don't give in now. There it goes. So the Ace of Swords allows you to connect to the knowledge of up above, that these capital T truths that are rooted in unconditional love. And it's beautiful because they're saying that, any triggers you have coming up, any thoughts and beliefs that are rooted in the small T truths of the world, you have this amazing ability with this gift to be able to transform it from a belief that's limiting and small and lower vibrational. You're able to transform it into higher knowledge and higher wisdom from up above by using this higher mind to look and understand, why do I fear that? Where is that coming from? What does that really mean? And does that mean anything about me? And so the doing the work for it, doing the reflection on it, it's like meditational, that you can look at it and transfer things, that there's this beautiful way to move that up. I'm being reminded of thework.com. It's TheWork.com. Byron Katie, if you've heard of her, amazing, amazing soul. She has great things with transforming and reflection. And I feel like there's this great message of, here's a tool that can help you in transforming things in your life, so that you can release old things that are holding you back, that'll help you leap forward in other ways. So I feel like that's the message that the creator has for you right now. And they give you a little tool as well. If you check out her YouTube channel, it's Byron, Byron, and then Katie, Katie. She has a great YouTube channel too. Wonderful, sweet soul. So I highly recommend her to everyone. All right. And then lastly, the last one that I have here is Spiritual Journey Tarot. You are the last one. If I missed anyone, my biggest apologies. I thought I went through the through all the chat, and but if I missed anyone, I will be back tomorrow morning at 11 a.m. Mountain Time for my final session this weekend, and then I'll be back the following Friday for that. All right, so Spiritual Journey Tarot. You want to know what's coming towards you in the next few weeks. Let's take a look here. What is coming towards you in the next few weeks? All right. So what do we have here? Okay. So you got the High Priestess and you got the Three of Pentacles. And I love this energy for you. On one side, we've got the High Priestess, which is take a step back, connect with spirit. It's kind of hermity energy, which is like, it's a great time for you to spend a lot of time in the High Priestess temple, connecting to spirit, looking beyond the veil, diving deep into the unknown, deep into your emotions. There's great transformation that comes there. And it also is this period of the Three of Pentacles about you realizing and connecting to your true authentic self. It allows you this freedom. It allows you this awareness, connecting to your power, excuse me, and to your abilities as well with this. It kind of reminds me of the Magician card in a lot of ways, the way they present it here. But there definitely is this putting your power into expressing this love and this energy and these gifts that you have in your own unique way. And I feel like you're getting a lot of knowledge and a lot of clarity on how you want to do that. And I like this for you, but definitely spirit is there. Um, just ask for, answers, for guidance, for synchronicities, and they will give it to you. You have to ask of your own free will. But taking that time away is a very important part of your spiritual journey, tarot. So I like that for you. You're like, yeah, I do that already. But I feel like this is a different type of awareness that's coming in here for you. There's just some amazing energy of clarity that's coming in. I just feel like you get this aha of who you are. And oh yeah, they're also saying that you get awareness of some spiritual, like spirit, what's your one of your spirit guides. You have, like spirit animal guides, one of your totems. You just have this revelation of support that's around you. And I feel like you're meeting, it's not so like you're meeting new. I feel like they're been with you and they're introducing themselves because you're ready for this next stage. And they're the ones that have been kind of behind the scenes, but now they're taking prominence because of this new stage that you're going to, if that makes sense. So I like that. I like it for you a lot. So that's what's coming through for you, Spiritual Journey Tarot. And thank you guys again so much for all of you that give the video a thumbs up. I really appreciate that. That does help me grow, my channel grow, and It helps support and spread the Zen love, so you're part of the love tsunami. After I'm done, I will post up a comment on the bottom, pin it with the order in which the readings were completed. So I'll be doing that here in a couple moments. And so till I see you guys again, enjoy every moment of your life, knowing that every second of every day of your life, you are unconditionally and eternally loved by the mother and the father of all things, our creator. And of course, I love you too. So until I see you guys again, enjoy the rest of your night, day, wherever you're at in the world. We'll see you soon. Much love.